Okay, so hi guys, I thought I'd do this video showing the assembly of a surface mount printed circuit board. And if you want to see how to build the surface mount oven to do the soldering, I've already made some videos about that. So anyway, this circuit board is just a simple, has a 555 timer to do the oscillator, and then 4017 chip to turn on 10 LEDs in a sequence. And so all these parts are surface mount, like I said, and so I have this board prepped. I've taped it down to the table here, so I'm just going to add components to it with the tweezers. So I'm just going to start with these 220 ohm resistors, surface mount resistors, and just have 10 of these to put on the board. Okay, so I'm just going to place these surface mount resistors on, and just do that with the tweezers. So the solder paste is already on the pads on the surface mount board, and then I just place the components on the solder paste. And then I have two capacitors. One goes there, and one goes here. And then I have a 10K resistor. These are for the timing circuit, the 555 timer, and a 1 meg resistor that goes here. And then we've got the 555 timer. Knock my capacitor off. So all these components are pretty small. And then this is the 4017 IC. Okay, so now I have all the LEDs lined up on the table with the polarity in the correct direction, so I can just install them on the board. So LEDs, you have to make sure the anode and cathode are the right direction. These LEDs have the diagram on the bottom so you can see which end is the cathode. I've already set them up on the table so that I have them in the correct polarity, so I can just place them on the board. Okay, so all our components are on the board now, so I'll stick them in the reflow oven and solder it. I just have this board taped to the table so that I could more easily place components on the board. So let's take this tape off. Okay. And I'll place it in the oven. Okay, so I've placed it on the tray in the oven, and so I can just close the door to the oven. This has to get down to 50 degrees C before it'll start, but I can just hit run profile, and I'll leave the door open until you can see in the upper right corner it shows the temperature of the reflow oven, and it's 60 degrees now, so it's got to cool down to 50 before it will actually start the reflow process. So yeah, this reflow oven is my homemade reflow oven from a toaster oven that's had an extra heating element added, and this LCD controller, so it can control the temperature according to the temperature curve of the solder that you're using. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close the door, and it's starting the pre-soak phase, where it starts to bring the temperature up to 75 degrees C. And so it made it to 75. Now it's ramping it up to 140 degrees C, and that's when it'll actually start the whole temperature curve. It's starting. You can see it's right now it's starting to graph the temperature profile for the solder. So I'm gonna pause the video so you don't have to wait for it to reach all these temperatures, but it's already up to 108, 110 C, so it's on its way to 140 degrees C. Okay, it just reached 140 and now it's going to ramp up to 165 degrees C. We're in the soaking phase where it's bringing the temperature of the board up to temperature. Okay, it's almost up to 165 degrees C. 163, 164. There we hit 165. Now it's going to do the reflow, so it's going to climb more quickly up to 220 degrees C for the reflow. Okay, it's 217 degrees C. You can see it's climbing more quickly. The board is, I don't know if you can tell there, but the solder is liquid now, and it's doing the reflow. Okay, so now we're holding at 222. Now it just opened the door with that servo to cool it down, help it cool down more quickly. You can see the graph is as the temperature is dropping. So this servo on the corner opens the door so that it can let some of the heat out of the oven. So it's cooled down to 140 degrees C, and when it gets to 100 degrees C, then it'll tell you can take the board out of the oven. And there we go. It's complete. So we can apply power to the board, and here's the result. So please like the video and subscribe. Thank you very much.